Hi everybody, Larky here. Welcome back to Chunk by Chunk. Now this is a whole new world. A whole new world? No, we're not doing that. The reason I made a whole new world is that, well, okay, let me explain. You see, the first Chunk by Chunk world I made, where you had all of this out in space, it didn't have a plan at all, and I just wanted to see how it worked. And then the second one I made, I really liked, except that I didn't have any idea what to do with it, and so it was just this big lump in space. Didn't like that. But this one, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this chunk that we started with, and that I've done some digging in, and I've done some setup for, and so on. And we're going to, like we've done here, expand it. Oh, I didn't light it up well enough. There are mobs over there. Ah! Okay, well, in the morning, we'll go over there. We'll show you. And it will be expanded to, ultimately, what we'll do is we'll have one going out that way, and that way, and that way, and that way. Let me show you on my map. It'll be easier to explain. I keep hitting the wrong button today. So we have our core starting here, our starting chunk here. And what we did was we expanded out over here, and it looks like there's quite a few mobs over there. And over here, we have our expanded chunk. We're going to also do the same thing here, and out here, and out here. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Until finally what we end up with is that these are like spokes, and then we're going to build a big circle, well, as circular as you can get in Minecraft, around here. And we're going to have holes in it, and it's going to be, well, let me see if I can give you a hint what I'm trying for. That's right. It's going to be a giant cog, like in steampunk. I don't know how well it's going to go, but I'm really excited for this project. Have I done anything in creative? Absolutely not. That's just not my style. So that's what we're going to do. So what we're doing right now is we are getting some world crystals. I have one here. I need some more. That's halfway there. Let's put some more. And once we get there and we have enough, it will be time to go out that way, 2 chunks, and add. And then we'll go out that way and add chunks. That's why the chunk borders are on, so I can see when I get ready to do the next one. Well, I'll loop you back in. And hopefully it'll be morning by then, because I'm really ready for those guys to go away. We're going to just do not fall, do not fall, do not fall, Larky. Put that on the edge of the chunk we want it to go to, and boom. No! It did it wrong! No! Thank goodness I have a backup. Okay. I'll be back. I don't know where my head is today, because apparently when I made my backup, I made it before I put the first chunk on. So let's add the first chunk. Yeah. Here we go, out onto the ledge. And we're going to go all the way out here. Oop, we're going to light it up too, because we do not want mobs to happen this time. Thank you very much. This is my giant dumb build project. This is not my fight lots of mobs project. Okay. We're going to put this on this side, just to be on the safe side. Here we go. Yay! And I got a villager again. Woohoo! Okay, go ahead, buddy. Go over there, and I'll get you a boat in a minute. And what we're going to do over here is we're going to go over to these red sections, and we're going to light these bad boys up. There. Now I can go back to my place safely without having this area be full of mobs. Get in the boat. Dude, go get in the boat. Thank you. Rude. Villagers. It's a good thing they're, well, not real people. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to make another backup so I don't mess this up again. Okay. 1, 2 chunks out. Here's our second placed chunk. Let's see if it works. Come on, guys. Don't screw up now. Yay! It's in the right place. Hurrah! And let's light it up really fast. Now if we look at our map, here's our starter. And we have 1 and 2 spokes on our wheel. Now we have to go up here and down there. But don't worry. I'll come get you when it's time to add the next ones. All right, my friends, it's the moment of truth. Third world goes in, and wrong, it worked. We're gonna hit the button. Here we go. What do we get? Aha! We got a sheep! We got a sheep! Yay! That's fantastic! Alrighty, since this was already a modded world, I added some modded fences. And I really like the way this one turned out. Here is my little guy. Meh. So, time to do some digging, because I'm out of resources. Alrighty. We've made our first diagonal. Let's check it on the map. Yep, that's where it needs to go. Now here's what I'm nervous about. I'm nervous that if I put it in this corner, just in here, that it's going to do something silly, like put it there or there. So I'm going to actually go into the world, just into the chunk, just a little bit, so that we know, it knows that that's the chunk I mean for it to go in. Because I'm not trusting myself or the designs of this mod. Go. Bra! Look at that. Look at that. It worked. Oh, and we got birch. We already had birch. Never mind. No villagers, which is disappointing. No animals either, which is even more disappointing. But hopefully we'll get one more villager out of our trouble here. And here's our second diagonal. Go. Hurrah! I got more villagers! Yay! I'm so excited. I got more villagers. I need to make some more boats to catch them so they don't... Hi, honey. How are you? We're going to call you Fred. Yeah, we'll call you Fred. Why am I calling you Fred? I don't really know. Ta-da! And then we need this one and this one. So just 2 more. I walked away and we got a few more sheep when I came back. And there's a donkey. Hello. And here we go with the penultimate one. The next to the last. Here we go. Woohoo! Is that a bunny? Okay, I'm going to pop into free cam just so I don't startle it because they get scared so easy. It is, in fact, a bunny, and I don't want him to jump off to his death, so we're just going to leave him alone until we have time to go over with a flower. There are 2 sheep here. Sweet. And 2 bunnies. And 2 bunnies. Hello, bunnies. Hello. Okay. Okay, I'm okay. Okay, my friends, it's the last leg of our, well, whatever you want to call it. Here's the last one, and boop, what up? Because these are all what would normally be in this world. But what I could do, if this were not a chunk by chunk, this is what the world gen was automatically doing. What I could do is have another layer of spokes out here and do them in maybe sections. Have like a section of sand biome and a section of, of jungle and a section of something else and a section of something else, or even just individuals where we have like go out two more and have one and then go two and then so on, and just have a variety of biomes around the outside. That would give me some of the things that I don't currently have. However, I'm also going to be making a mob farm. One of these many, I think it's 9, one of these chunks is going to get completely hollowed out and turned into a mob farm. Unless there's a spawner in one, which would be awesome. So I will probably be getting at least a few things. I know that some mobs will drop carrots and some will drop potatoes. I think zombies are the ones who drop those. So I would be able to get at least some of those, some other crops from mob spawns. So what do you think? Do you think I should have another section all the way around? Let me turn these off because they're bothering me. What do you think? Because, I mean, I'm not going to do it today because I've done a lot of this today. So, yeah. I need your input. Tell me what you think I should do. Should I have another ring, or should I just live with what I've got and see if I can get the crops and other things just for funsies from the mob farm when I build it? The next thing we're going to do, folks, is we're going to see about expanding our little iron farm down there, because it's not enough. It's too much hands-on, and it requires me to babysit it a lot. And I'm going to go down. If you look, yeah, if we look off the edge of the world, where is it? Well, there's lava down there. There's lava over there. There's lava all over the place. Now that I know I have lava, I can make a cobblestone generator with create. And if I make a cobblestone generator with create, then I can make obsidian, so I can go to the nether. I can I can make a real honest to goodness iron farm, which would be really nice. So that's what I'm going to try to do today, is to see if I can get at least a better production area with, a place to smelt and a place, because right now I got nothing, and I need to make it better. So that's what I'm going to do next, is build my workshop, or at least step 1 of my workshop. One of the things that I needed most in order to be able to make a really good and effective cobblestone farm so that I could make an iron farm is belts. Conveyor belts, to be precise. And the only way to make them is with a little thing that I don't have in this biome. And that would be kelp. And so I have waited and waited and waited and traded and waited and traded and waited in order to get 1 piece of kelp from the wandering trader. When I tell you that I have talked to 20 different wandering traders, I'm not kidding. It's real. I have talked to 20 of them, and the last one had that. So I've made a little pool of water into which I'm going to just drop that one, and we get to, this is all water sources, so it should grow up just fine. And now we wait some more. I wonder if you can bone meal it. I've never tried, I don't think. Let's find out. I have bought from the Wandering Trader and traded and traded and traded so much from the Wandering Traders that I was waiting for and then got and then perhaps said goodbye to in one form or fashion. Yeah. That I have black dye, I have tulips of two different colors, I have dark oak saplings now, I have a spruce sapling, I have some sugar cane, I have mangrove, I have cactus, and I have brain coral and a sea pickle. There it is. And I bought a melon seed and a pumpkin seed. All that while waiting for kelp. Some of them, of course, were duplicates and I didn't buy anything from them. And then I just had to wait for them to show up again. Wandy T is not my favorite mob just now. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. This would be easier if I had the Create wrench, but of course I haven't found a single scrap of gold yet. There's probably gold. In fact, I think I saw some on the edge of one of those chunks out there. But in this chunk, I haven't found any gold. So as I explore, hopefully things will get a little less tight on the resources front. But I knew I wasn't going to get any kelp, so I had to hold my breath and wait and wait and wait. So now I'm going to pick these up. Because what we're going to do first, the very first thing, is we're going to add at least one more, probably 2 water wheels. And then we're going to run one channel of water from here over to our belts when they get here. And the other will come out this way to power the processing station. And this one will go this way. And so first it will also come this way to power the drills, which I have to make still. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, I'm telling you. Anyway, so I'm going to get some more water wheels made, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so next we're going to make at least 2 more of these large water wheels, and we need to make some room for them. And if I remember right, it gets really cranky if it doesn't have an extra space. So we're going to let it have that extra space. Boop, boop, and boop. Okay, there it goes. Ta-da! We have power. Okay, so now what we have to do while we're waiting for the kelp to grow so that we can make our kelp farm, our conveyor belts, is we're going to take one of these and we're going to run it over here. But before we do, we need to build the structure it's going to sit on. Because the way that this farm works, actually, you know what, let me just pop into Creative so you can see kind of a rough mock-up of it. This is not my farm, but let me close this and I'll meet you over there in just a second. Alrighty, here we are in my Creative testing area, which I made just so that I could test this thing out. And this original design is from Lord Thaddeus. I literally just searched for create cobblestone generator create mod, and this is one of the ones that came up that required the fewest components and was the least complicated for me to build, because I need least complicated. It only requires 1 bucket of lava. I have plenty of lava, that's not a problem. And the way that this works is that we have the power coming from the wheel. Now I'm going to have lots of wheels, so I'm not going to do it quite this way. And everything will move a little faster because I've got more wheels going on. And anyway, I have the same wheel powers everything. Over here on this side It's going through here, and you can see maybe that it's going in there to the conveyors. And it only needs to touch this side to push the whole conveyor belt. And there it goes. Do, do, do. We have an andesite belt funnel. Well, an andesite funnel that we've turned into a belt funnel. And there it goes, making cobblestone. This one's not super fast, but it doesn't need to be. It's going to be going into, well, in the beginning it's going to go into a mill, and that's very slow. Very, very slow. So this does not need to be fast at all. And then these are our powered drills. And what happens is that there's water in there, and the lava is on top. Can I punch it? Yeah, there's water in there on waterlogged stairs. And then the water and the lava mix and make they make stone, and then the drill breaks it, and boop, 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 it comes in here, and it just goes into this chest. That's it. It's super not complicated, very, very easy to do and build, and I'm going to, even I can do it. Yeah, as I've proven by making it, right? So the next step is to, well, wait for my kelp to grow, and then finally, we can build ourselves a cobblestone generator. Okay, so we finally got our drill, our belt. Yay! And now, da 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 da, it's going the right direction, because the first time it was not, and so I had to rebuild it. And so now we're going to put in our the rest of it. This is the basis. We need everything else now. So we'll put this here, put 2 of those there, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that should give us 1 drill, 2 drills. Now the drills go on this side, going this way. Okay, apparently not. Can I put them on that way? What the? What? Why are you being stubborn? Why? Okay, am I missing something important here? Oh, to have a wrench. I can't turn it. It's got to go on the right way. Alright, so let's put a piece of something there. We go on, except that's the wrong way, isn't it? I'm a very smart woman. I really am. Most days, but not today. No, it still didn't work. What the heck? I don't have a wrench. I can't turn it. Are you seriously telling me I have to find gold in order to be able to finish this stupid iron farm? Okay, excuse me. I don't usually whine, but okay, I'm done. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna go find some gold now. Well, guys, I got lucky, because when I was standing down here, oh, let me do this. When I was standing down here, looking out, I started looking around at the places around me, and down there, I saw some gold glinting in the day. It's not day anymore, but it was glinting in the daylight. And I said, "Ooh, look at that. I can just dig straight down. There's no caves or anything in the way. I can see that, right, from here." And so what I did was I dug down 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, blah, 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 all the way down there. I picked up the gold, and I pillared back up to get back out of there. So now I have some gold. And we're going to make a wrench so we can finish putting the drills in place. No, I'm fine. Why do you ask? I should explain. I don't mind having to get the gold, because the wrench is going to be really helpful. I just want to be done with the iron farm, and I keep running into obstacles because I, like a ninny, did not look at what I needed and make a list first, and so I'm frustrated with me. Okay? The wrench is going to be super helpful for lots of things because it lets you turn pieces when you're making create, and I didn't have any of this shiny stuff here, but now I do. Yay! So we're going to flatten some of it. Let's look and see how much we need. To make the wrench, we need 1, 2, 3 pieces of flat gold. So we're going to throw this under here. Thank goodness that once that power station down there is actually set up and done, eventually I can hook this up so it does this automatically. But for I'm also going to give it a depot at some point so that that's not a problem. All right, there are 3 of them. Let's turn the crank. 1, 2, 3 bonks. Yay! Okay, so now we can make our silly old, silly wrench. Look at that. We can make a wrench. Ta-da! Yay! There it is. Woo woo! Why it let me place those mechanical drills easy, no problem, when I did this in the create testing, I don't know. I don't usually go to Creative World and test things, but Redstone I always do because I don't and Create isn't Redstone, but it might as well be, you know. So here we are, but it's working, or it's ready to work. Yeah, something like that. So now what I need to do is I need to speed it up on this side and split off the power supply behind me so that some of it goes over here to make the little drills go, and the other side needs to have my processing station eventually. But right now I'm only worried about this cobblestone generator, so let's get that going. Create has these cool devices that let you speed things up and slow them down, but you got to go to the nether for that, and I haven't done that yet in this world, and it'll probably be a while before I do, because I don't know if you noticed or not, but I don't have any gear yet, which is why I need the iron farm, and possibly to go dig out all the diamonds that are all over the place in this world, but I'm not ready to go to the nether. That's why we're using 400 cogwheels. Later, we'll be able to make this much more efficient for resources as far as cogwheels are concerned, but wood and andesite are cheap. Cheap! So it's not a problem. It's just a lot of clutter. I can't do this and talk at the same time, so give me a minute to figure it out and I'll get back with you. Well, it is nothing like pretty. But the most efficient way was just to bring the cogs across here, put a shaft there, and have the cogs turning. You see it's doing now. So now what we need to do is we need to cover all this up, leave this open, and thanks to the power of Minecraft, this waterlogged stair will protect the water from turning into something it shouldn't, and the lava will fall down, touch enough of the water from the waterlogged stair that it will create stone. I hope. If I've done this right. And then the stone will drop onto the conveyor and go down here and go boop, boop. And you know what I did? I did that wrong. So let me fix that too while I'm here. Why not? One more thing that I have messed up today. Can I turn you? Yes, I can. I love that feature. Okay, so we're going to pop that there and go to here. And now it comes out far enough for the funnel. You would think I have not done this before, when I, in fact, only did it a few days ago when I learned how to do it in the first place. And it's not the first time I've worked with Create. It just don't stay in the noggin. It just doesn't. Okay, anyway, so here we go. Okay, it's moment of truth time. Now we see whether I followed instructions well enough and actually understood the concepts I was working with, or I cry big whiny tears and rage quit, probably for the night anyway. Let's find out. We go up here in this little temporary spot, and then if I've done this right, if I put the lava there, do I have cobble? See, it takes them a long time to work through. I have cobble! I have cobble! I'm Henry VIII, I am Henry VIII, I am. Ah, 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 yay! I have cobble! I have cobble! Okay, I'm a little happy about that. And now, my friends, it's eating the cobble and dropping it into the chest. Oh, this is exciting. Are there more steps to making the iron farm? Yes, yes there are. But this is a huge part of it. Unlimited cobble. It'll just go and go and go forever. It'll make more cobble. And then we can automatically have it go into the mill and chomp, 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 chomp. And then, after it goes to the mill, it'll make gravel. And you know what happens when it comes out of the mill and does all that? It washes the gravel. And some of that gravel gets, there's actually like iron nuggets in there. Yep. A lot of it is flint and whatever. But we need the gravel. Yeah, we do. It's awesome. I'm so happy. Yay, we're gonna make iron. We're gonna make iron. Woo woo, woo woo. We're gonna. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with me except that it's late and I've been going at this for a while. Okay, I consulted the experts and figured out how to make this work. So what we have here is we have our cobblestone generator that goes into this chest, making lots of cobblestone. Then it goes from there, we've pulled power and it goes here and it turns the millstone right there, which is pretty much making max capacity. It can only go so fast at the power speeds we've got for it. And then we don't really want it to go any faster because then it's washing in these washing stations. If I need more power later, I can add another encased fan right here. The fan blows through the water and pushes the water onto the gravel and washes it. And most of the time it just disappears. But sometimes it turns into either an iron ingot or a piece of flint. As you can see, they disappear. I'm waiting to see if we can find one that isn't going to disappear when it's washed. Come on, give me some stuff. Let's do it for the video. Come on, you can do it. Nope. It's just teasing me now. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. Be a good one. Yay, there's a piece of flint, which nobody ever said ever. And the cool thing about this, and the reason we love the Create stuff, one of the reasons we love it anyway, is that this will just keep running. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about maintenance on it. I'll have to come in here periodically and clear that chest out, or I'll need to add extra storage, which is totally doable without any effort really at all. But now I have pretty much infinite iron. It's in the center chunk of all of these, which means that it will always be loaded no matter where I am in the cog. We made huge progress today. Huge progress today. But unfortunately, this video is already going to be longer than I meant for it to be. And we didn't get to any of the pretty stuff yet, but we made huge inroads toward our first thing. And for a first video, woohoo, I'm so excited. and I'm just watching my iron farm do its job. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you if you've made it this far. And I'll see you soon, okay? Happy crafting, everybody. Bye now.